Something I thought would be pretty interesting here would be to go over how I'm handling some of the room sound on this most recent video that we just did on the DCP YouTube channel. I had mentioned that I started using these SE Electronics Voodoo VR2 ribbon mics, and they have a very natural sound. The cool thing is how I'm processing those ribbon mics to help give the snare drum a much more natural sound in the room. What we see here is room close and room close duplicate. So these are the exact same signal. One is a very natural, straight up. That's what the mics sound like. Here it is without any processing whatsoever. And there's where I ended up with it. So just some general maintenance, kind of cleaning up there, just making it sound a little bit more, natural to my ears. The room that we have here has got some weird mid-range stuff that I'm always kind of dealing with. As you can see, there's a lot of mids that get dealt with on different channels here. But what we got going on here is a duplicate of the rooms, and it sounds like this. Now what's going on here is it's being gated. So there's a gate on the channel, but it's being keyed from bus 24, which is a duplicate of the snare drum that's triggering the gate. So, every time the snare drum hits, it's opening the gate on this duplicated room track. Slightly different EQ here, kind of optimized to make the snare drum bark. Some pretty heavy duty compression here. And looks like a tiny bit more EQ as well on this SSL channel. So what's the goal here? The goal for me with this is not to sound natural. The goal for me with this is to make it sound like the snare drum is more present in the room sound. So it's feathered in. You can see it's much lower in the mix than the regular room mic here. So to demonstrate this, here's the standard room mic. There it is with this. So you can hear it, but it's really not this big, ridiculous, artificial sounding thing. It's just filling in and making the snare drum a bit more pronounced in the room, which is much more like how it sounds when you're in the room with the drums, because your ears compress when you hear drums hit in front of you, and this is more what it sounds like. This sounds natural, but honestly, when you're standing in the room, the snare drum sounds much louder than this. So this kind of heals that. And there it is, all in. It's a subtle thing, but it makes a big difference to me. It makes the drums sound much more alive and much more real. Anyways, is this interesting at all? I hope it is. Let me know if you want more of this stuff, but I'm happy to get into anything, and yeah.